How you doing? My name's Joe. I am the Husky Hunter, as you can see. Thanks for coming on to this second video. This is me making a channel. I don't know how to do this. And excuse the surroundings here. We're not exactly out, in nature like I would like to do. I'm actually going to pick up my daughter from a horse camp nearby. So that's what we're doing right now. But I wanted to take a minute and first of all, thank you for click and play on my video. Thank you for joining the channel. If you subscribe, I really appreciate that. And thank you for liking this video. If you can, that'd be awesome. And this is just a chance for me to kind of tell you who I am and where I come from. I never done YouTube. I've never done on camera stuff really. I went to college for radio and television, but I always loved the radio side of it, which of course hid me behind a microphone. And I hated being on camera, didn't want anything to do with it. I've shied away from video, from pictures, from anything that, puts me on a screen where people are seeing who I am, and what I look like. I guess there's a lack of self-confidence there, which I'm working on. And that's really what this channel is about, the journey of becoming healthier and also just pursuing passions, whatever they are. For me, I love the outdoors. I love hunting. I love fishing. And I've been a heavy guy all my life, really. Even in high school, I was knocking on the door of 300 pounds. And I've fluctuated 20 or 30, sometimes even 40, 50 pounds up and down throughout the years as I've tried to starve off this problem, sometimes literally. But at the end of the day, I was unable to succeed with that. What I was able to succeed with was keeping my mobility. I still hunted. I still got out and fished. I still scoured it in the woods and did the things that I enjoy doing. And about 5 years ago, I started having some really bad lower back stuff. And sorry, I'm just a little bit distracted by the Kroger van that pulled out in front of me just now. Okay. Hopefully they'll get their groceries and that guy won't end up in a ditch somewhere. Yeah, so anyway, my back was just killing me. And I went to the chiropractor. I did some stuff, I tried to do what I could to make it better. And it got better for a long time. I was able to continue doing the things that I loved. But recently it started back up again. And it's just, I've been able to keep my weight pretty steady for about 5 years now. And I don't want this channel to be focused on that. But right now, that's kind of what I'm dealing with, is just the beginning of a long journey of forward motion and reducing the poundage, not on my bow, but on this body. And that's really what I would like to encourage you today with this second video that I've done, is that if you're a big guy like me and you're in pain, mobility, you don't realize how much mobility you have until you lose it. And the pain becomes too much to get out and do what you love. And I think doing what we love is so important in this life. We spend a lot of time on work. We spend a lot of time on the things that we have to do, just being part of this earth, collectively, the things that are called upon from us that maybe we don't want to do all the time. And I think we have to reserve some time to go do that which fuels us, our passion projects, whatever it is. For me, love being outside, love being in the woods, love strategically thinking about deer hunting and habitat and all of that stuff in the off season even. And you can come along with that journey, with me doing some of that stuff here in the next year. I want to get out. I want to, I'm not a great deer hunter. I grew up in the Pennsylvania wilds. I live now in Ohio. Totally different types of hunting. I did, I've scored on some bucks that I like. They make me happy. They're not giants. They're not record book bucks. But I'm not, I'm not the Dan Infalt or, put your semi-famous YouTube hunter right here, the one that's killed a ton of bucks and has a wall full of them. I don't. I have a couple of, Euro mounts that I have. Let me make sure I'm going the right way here. No, that's not the right way. Let's do a spin around here. But I want to make sure my driving is safe. That's number one priority right now. And that I take the right turns. I don't hit Kroger vans. I want to get better at life. I want to get better at my hunting. I want to get better at health. I want to get better at my eating. There's a real drive in me this year to up my game. And I want to take this weight off. It's going to be a journey. It's going to be a long haul. It struck me one day a couple of years ago when I was in the woods. I don't think of myself as that heavy. I mean, I know I'm heavy, but I don't think of myself as fat as I am, maybe. I am 400 pounds. I'm going to put that out there right now. It's a pretty crappy number to say. And just even saying it right now, this is taking me way out of my comfort zone to do this video. But I'm doing it to encourage you. If you're in a place where you go out in the woods and you realized, like I did a couple years ago, I'm the freaking fattest guy in the woods right now. But I'm out here. I'm doing it. And I may look like an idiot, but the woods isn't about looking apart. It's about you showing up. It's about you getting out and just doing it anyway. Heck with what people think. I want to get back, as the kids get older, I want to get back to that adventure of getting out and making memories, and not being impeded by my weight. I want to be more of a mountain goat and less like a bison. Not that bison are fat, but you get what I'm saying. I also want to get more confident in front of a camera. I think there's something to be said for getting yourself out there in a world that is increasingly fake, with a lot of AI. That's a whole different topic, but I think it's going to come back around to your humanness. Our collective humanness is what makes us unique. Well, actually, our collective humanness is what is the common denominator, but each of us individually has something to offer and a different perspective that nobody else has through our life experiences and through, who we are inside. And I don't want this to get too esoteric or anything, but I'm starting to crave humanness again. The AI stuff is fun. It's a novelty, and it can help. But I want to know a human on a soul level, which AI can't provide. I want the human connection again in the videos that I watch and the contents that's being produced. So that's kind of, I'm like, put your money where your mouth is, Joe. And instead of just being a consumer, offer something up. So that's kind of what I'm doing with this. It's called the Husky Hunter. I invite you to stay with us for the journey. Stay with me as I try to make progress, as I try to advance. There's going to be days where I do not want to do this. There are days when I certainly don't want to do anything. But I still feel the drive to do it. Well, thank you for watching. I hope to get to know you in the comment section. Thank you for subscribing and helping out the channel, growing the channel. It's a lot to launch a YouTube channel. I did a little research beforehand, on how to present things, but I'm awkward as heck in front of a camera, and I'm probably going to be that way for a long time. But life's all about improving, and experiences. It's a ride. And this is a roller coaster ride for me right here doing this. So I hope to take you on some hunts. I hope to take you on some off-season scouting. We're in January right now. It's kind of miserable out. No snow, thankfully, but we've got a long way to go till deer season. and we're going to have some fun along the way. Hope to bring you along on my adventures. And if you're into that sort of thing, then come along. Oh, and one more thing. This horse camp that my daughter's spending some time at, it's near Fort Ancient, which is in Ohio. You can Google it if you're into history and cool stuff from a long time ago. It is an ancient Native American fort. And last time I drove through it just a couple weeks ago for the first time, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. Like, you literally drive right through the fort. So I'm going to include some video right now of that. So this is the, we just went by 2 Native American mounds. This is the wall of the fort. I'll turn my wipers off, sorry about that. There's another mound off to the right, you can see. Another mound to the left. The visitor center is actually way up in there. And it's the Fort Ancient Earthworks. And this dates back to, you know, growing up, I always thought Native Americans, you know, 1700s, 1800s, fighting the pioneers, you know, that sort of thing. But this actually dates back to thousands of years ago. I think they said 2,000 years ago. Around the time that Christ would have been born. This is the other wall of the fort. We're actually driving through it. And then you've got this awesome gorge. Beautiful gorge with the Little Miami River at the bottom. And it's like, if you thought Ohio was nothing but flatlands and cornfields, let me slow down a little bit here. Yeah, there's a lot to explore in southern Ohio, especially if you like this kind of terrain. And here we have the Little Miami River, which I hope to take a boat down later this spring. I'll take you along if we do that. Talk to you soon.